killing people faster. You see, they're taking out all of you.
Hi, I'm Matthew Charles. I am a DJ and a producer. I've been a DJ and I started off in 2000. I started it professionally in 2006. I can say that's just about 17 years in total. Professionally, 11 years. Interesting story. One of my mom's friends was a DJ. I was obsessed with recording music off of the radio with blank cassettes. So I found out that he had DJ equipment and I decided to learn. That was 17 years ago, basically. After touching the machines for the first time, it was a Denon, very old setup. I just knew that I always wanted to do that. I fell in love with entertaining people and later down with actually creating my own beats. Yeah, that's my way of expressing myself, so I'm addicted to it, basically. Yeah, thank God for technology, they introduced these virtual programs. So I went on to a BPM program, which is a really old platform, and then they released virtual DJ and a bunch of other mixed track and a bunch of different programs. So I was allowed to now practice at home without having my own gear, just virtually, right? And yeah, it took off from there. Basically, one of my first serious jobs in the airline, I saved, took a loan out, got my gear, and just basically took it to the next level from there. Having your own gear was very important, so I was able to practice more and experiment more with pre-recorded tracks. Not too long after that, I could say about 2 years after, I wanted to make my own beats. What I was doing really was I was smashing up and creating my own remixes just live by using 2 tracks and combining them. So I always wanted to be able to create my own beats. So I taught myself it on YouTube. I linked up with a young producer and he showed me some of his tricks as well. He studied music at school and with the aid of YouTube. Yeah. I'm a YouTube baby, I guess. Yeah, with the aid of YouTube, I basically learned how to use FL Studio. And I started experimenting from there. In 2010, we released an album called Animals in Suits, and it was basically house music and trance. Yeah, and I've just been producing since then. It's mainly dance music that I've ever produced, but I love all genres. Yeah. Well, it has grown as an addiction, I could say. It's my way, it's my escape, it's my way of expressing myself. So, yeah, I don't think I could ever stop that, really. It's just my way of expression. Some people go out and party, some people cry. I manipulate music, and that's my way of expressing myself, and I can't see myself doing it any other way. I have no idea what my ultimate purpose is, but I have a strong belief in a creator, and I guess he knows what my ultimate purpose is. I have a son, so I know that one of my main purposes is to pass on very good lessons, morality and ethics onto him. Apart from that, I believe I just have to stay humble and just pray, and through that I will know what my purpose is eventually. If not, I'll just keep doing it like that. That's a really good question. If I feel like what I do is of purpose, I think my supporters and the random people that I've met at the clubs and at weddings and different events I do basically made me think down that line. A lot of people come up to me and say, you know, I felt you. You weren't just. It wasn't just a set. It was a sharing of your energy. And that makes me feel like, hey, I have to continue doing this. And I've created fans out of strangers, basically, because they felt how I felt, and they felt the journey which I took them through musically, and with productions as well. So I don't know if I'm gonna go that deep into it, but yeah, it motivated me. It motivates me. People are looking to hear and to feel what I'm feeling, so yeah, that's why I continue. And if I try to stop, they basically call me and say, hey, Matthew, when are you playing again? So I kind of have to satisfy the crowd. And it's escape for me as well, you know. Yeah, it's not uniform as my profession is. So, you know, it's crazy. What I do for a living and what I do as a side job is completely opposite. Yeah. And it's an escape, and it allows me to vent and to be able to operate stressless during my day job. 3 years ago, I worked with a popular airline as a translator and a reservations agent, and I felt the need to devote myself to the art completely. So I stopped and I worked as a DJ producer for 3 years. I only stopped being a full-time DJ producer last year. I really tried to make it work, but I feel in the culture that we're in Trinidad, it's just difficult to just operate as a creative. A creative has to have a backup plan, and of course we saw a downfall in the economy with the drop of oil and so forth. It'll be kind of reckless for me to just think that I could, you know, just DJ and produce and make a living. I need to have a backup plan. I love what I do, but I have responsibilities, so that's why I would not just continue DJing like that. I do it just as often as I did it as a full-time job, so I don't feel like I'm losing out either way. You know, DJing is a nighttime thing. You barely get daytime gigs nevertheless. So yeah, so I just juggle the 2 jobs and I'm satisfied. Yeah. This is DJ Matthew Charles with SelfMade Studios, and you are watching SelfMade Souls Season 2 on GT Network. Self-made to me is a person putting their heart and soul into their craft and taking that raw coal and making it into something beautiful, like getting diamonds out of rock or gold out of it. So that's what self-made is. It's basically toiling against your art and your creativity and making it into something beautiful. All raw talent is raw, as they call it, is raw. It's not that beautiful. But being self-made is being dedicated to your art and spending that time and then dedicating time to forming it into something beautiful and something permanent. Yeah. I am DJ Matthew Charles, and I am self-made.